Howdy folks, Keywii here, and welcome back to Ace Academy. Safe space which would be awesome, where I'm of course joined by Valerie, who looks thoughtful. And I glance at the screen. It does read like a whole bunch of inside jokes mixed together. Some pieces seem familiar, but strewn together like that throws me off. Not sure how I was supposed to read that line, but there you go. I'm sure if I had time to sit down and concentrate, I could work through this. But right now, I'd rather focus on the overdrive mode and my girlfriend. Do you have all the data you need for the overdrive mode?
Yeah, which is why I almost forgot about this. I'm not sure what's hiding behind here.
Okay, what are you talking about? A rush then? She smiles.
No rush. I do think we should book off some practice time in the arena and confirm the overdrive mode works, though. I mean, theory is still theory.
Yeah, but the theory of gravity isn't, it's still a theory, but hey, I'm standing. I nod. I was thinking the same thing. Let's tell the team about this and see if we can get the practice session in before the match. Oh, we're telling people about things now. Oh man, I was so prepared for you to be like, nah, let's surprise them or some other bullshit. I shoot off an urgent group text, as urgently as I can type. As I wait for everyone to show up, I pull up the arena schedule on my phone. Is there any chance it won't be fully booked before it's reading week? Because it's reading week? To my surprise, the arena is completely open tomorrow. Neat. Talk about good luck. Kaori's first to arrive.
This better be important. Exams are next week, you know.
Ah, so I didn't actually explain why they're coming because I'm an asshole. Got it. Got it. And then I'm going to be like, oh, I'm not going to tell anyone until you're all here. Trust me, you'll want to hear this. Kaori taps her foot impatiently.
Where is everybody else?
They're coming, don't worry. And if they don't, then I guess you'll never find out why you were here. A few minutes later, Sho and Mayu trickle in with Yuna tagging along.
Sorry if we're late.
I mean, I don't care really all that much.
Look who you found trying to break into the hangar.
Yuna's cheeks flush.
I wasn't trying to break in. I was just about to text that I needed someone to let me in.
Ah, you're over-exaggerating again. I fucking hate when people do that all the time. Sho grins.
Sure, that explains why you were pulling on the doors.
I was just testing to
Oh,
see
you weren't over-exaggerating. I apologize. That was my fault. Yuna, what the fuck? Wait, Yuna? How did you get on campus so fast?
I was studying in the library when I got your text.
They have other libraries, you know.
Speaking of which, can you finally tell us what's going on so we can all get back to studying?
I should have told you in the text, honestly. Glance over at Valerie, who nods. Valerie found out how to activate Eagle's overdrive mode on demand.
Are you serious?
Everyone's like, whoa, and she's like, yeah. Sho's voice rings out above the team's collective exclamations of surprise. Valerie nods.
Yep. Sorry it took so long.
The fact that you managed to figure it out at all is really impressive.
Thank you. That's actually a very nice thing for you to say. Thank you, Kaori, for being nice about it.
Yeah, I don't think just anyone would have been able to.
Maybe.
Valerie answers modestly, but there's a slight blush of color in her cheeks. Aww, she's real, not embarrassed. She's real happy.
So, what exactly do you mean by overdrive mode can be activated on demand?
I'm pretty sure it means what it says.
Well, initially the programming was set to a single-run instance because it was in debug mode. I
Okay.
found a way to change the options of activation. That being said, it's calibrated and tested in simulation, but...
Valerie looks at me. We want to reserve the arena so we can test it live. We're doing it live.
That makes sense. We definitely want to get a handle of it before our next match on Thursday.
Oh, is that soon? Why exactly do we have a match scheduled during reading week? Everyone stares blankly at me.
Why wouldn't we?
At CINY, everything was canceled during reading week. Classes, clubs, everything. They really wanted us to focus on studying. I'm pretty sure that's not a thing in the US, as far as I know. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. I don't know. I didn't have a reading week in high school, and I dropped out of college before I could figure that out myself, so... But yeah, it makes sense. If you're, if you're cramming for exams, you don't want to have other shit going on. That'll distract you from the said exams.
That must have been torture.
Why?
I don't think it's a terrible idea. That just means there are fewer distractions from studying.
I mean, I get it. And once you're done studying, you can fucking goof off and shit. It's good for your brain and good for your morale.
I know. Torture.
I preferred it that way. Tell me about it. They didn't have to cancel everything. I preferred it that way. I mean, I would, yeah. Like, just, I'm not sure if I would call it reading week. I don't know. I have genuinely no idea, since I'm not the most academic of individuals. But I would prefer it that way. You get a full week of, cramming for exams, and you take it slowly. You sort of make sure you're ready, and then you get a couple days off. I actually appreciated that everything was canceled to help me focus on studying, and I got high marks on my exams last year. Yeah, remember how my character's really an idiot, but at the beginning I'm just like, hey, can I be a smart boy? Sho shakes his head.
Broseph, you have much to learn.
I think, ironically, you have much to learn.
Focus, guys.
Sorry.
Yuna seems thoughtful.
Since your match is on Thursday, that doesn't give you much time to practice. Isn't the arena already booked up this week?
Apparently not. Actually, it's completely open tomorrow. I was thinking we could head over around...
No! Are you crazy? We can't do that!
Okay, I guess we'll just go in untested. I blink at Sho's outburst. Valerie looks just as confused as I am, but the rest of the team wears matching looks of horror.
What is up with those faces? You guys look like you've seen a ghost.
Oh, is this a local Japanese thing?
I mean, you're not too far off. The arena is haunted.
Ah, okay. Valerie burst out laughing, and I let out a few chuckles. What are you talking about? We've used the arena plenty of times, and we've been fine.
It's not always haunted, only tomorrow.
Then how did you know about it beforehand? No, I get it. It's definitely a huge thing in Japanese culture. It's just like the spirits and stuff. It's less so in the US and Canada because we're New World, but it is still pretty big in Europe specifically. I don't know about as much, possibly less so, but still like a thing. Like there's the catacombs. There's a lot of history in Europe. And especially, like, China and Japan and India and them. In Canada and the U.S., other than the Native Americans, other than the native people, there's not a lot. There's not a lot going on culturally over here. Other than the new. So we don't care as much about, haunted shit, unless we're specific people who care about that. Which I myself am not. If I think something is spooky, then I just reassure myself, wait, this is real life, not a movie, I'll be fine. Unless it's like a hobo with a knife, in which case, I'm likely not fine. Hard to say. The only thing haunted about an abandoned factory is the wildlife.
It's not haunted, you idiot.
I can always count on Carrie to be reasonable, but she's gonna give another reason.
It's cursed.
There you go. Never mind. What?
How is it cursed?
It's the curse of Yori and Nori.
Naughty. You too, Yuna?
Broseph, Yori and Nori are no joke. Haven't you heard the legend?
Obviously not. No.
What legend?
Show takes on a serious tone.
Many years ago, there was a set of twin brothers, Yori and Nori, who attended ACE.
Okay, and they were both top pilots here.
They were fiercely competitive in the arena, and their matches were thrilling to watch. Yori was the older twin by a few seconds, and no matter how often they battled, he always took first rank.
That was a real speedy birth.
Nori hated being outmatched and overshadowed by his brother and trained harder than any other pilot at school.
Mostly when women give birth to twins, it's several minutes. One set I knew, it was like a whole hour apart, which I can't imagine the agony that should have given.
At the end of the season, the twins' highly anticipated match was just as exciting as ever, especially when Nori took the title of first rank from his brother.
Oh no! I guess Nori's training finally paid off, huh? Probably raises an eyebrow.
Seriously? This is so cliche.
It's fine, it's a good story. Completely dismissing the realness of it, she's like, it's a good story. Sho gives a look, but otherwise ignores her.
It was all anyone could talk about, But Yori was furious. He didn't think it was possible that his brother could surpass him. He accused his brother of cheating and continued to pester Nori.
Ah, that classic overreaction I keep hearing about.
They agreed to one final match, no holds barred, which would prove who was the better pilot once and for all.
Yeah, it's really stupid.
Obviously, the school would never allow no holds barred matches, so they set up a time after hours to meet in the arena.
Boring.
It's not boring, it's stupid. Why would they get to the point of fighting that much? Who gives that much of a shit? My sister's better at a lot of things than me.
Just wait!
And I'm better at some stuff too.
When they met in the ring, they readied their weapons like usual. Charging their laser guns, they waited for the signal. As soon as it sounded, they simultaneously unleashed their shot, which collided in a huge explosion.
That's not how explosions happen.
Trust me, it happened. I don't know how it did, but it did.
Mayu and Yuna not along with show.
After the smoke cleared, standing in the middle of the arena were the twins' two gears.
Okay.
That's not the weird part. The weird part is that there was no trace of the brothers. Both the cockpits were completely empty.
I'm really amused by this, not just because it's like a horror story being told, but just the incredulousness nature of both my character and Valerie from being not local, not sort of privy to the cultural thing on it. It's really funny, the contrast. Mayu shudders.
There weren't even ashes or anything.
Wait, let's go back a second to this explosion. How did the gears even survive that?
That's part of the mystery. They say that the brothers' spirits are trying to finish the battle to see who is the better pilot. And any pilot who dares get between them will suffer the consequences.
Look, I got in between two pilots recently, I was fine. Riley cocks her head to the side. Hilarious. This is awesome.
You guys really believe this stuff?
It's real. Ever since then, anyone who's used their gear on the anniversary of the brothers' battle has ended up with serious injuries.
Likely a something prophecy. I don't know the right word at the moment. I'm brain fried. They assume something's going to happen, so they act in such a way that they get injured. Unfocused.
Yeah, there was this kid whose gear malfunctioned and started moving on its own.
And the girl whose gear got stuck after it depowered, so she was trapped inside. They had to remove the whole front of her cockpit to get her out. Those are just the reported ones. A lot of times what happens in the arena stays in the arena.
Valerie looks at me.
What do you think?
I can't handle the curse. I got 99 problems and curse isn't one. I don't believe in ghosts or curses. I might believe in curses. Hard to say. That one's sort of an up in the air sort of thing, but definitely not in an actually real sense.
Then how do you explain all the bad things that have happened on that day?
Self-perpetuating prophecy. I don't know, coincidence? Not coincidence. That's the wrong word. That's the word everybody argues.
The point is, we cannot be anywhere near our gears tomorrow.
Then how the fuck are we supposed to be doing anything?
In fact, we should get out of Ace Academy altogether and go somewhere fun.
Valerie's dismissiveness shifts to intrigue. Oh.
Ooh, I like fun.
Yeah, she's not into the ghost thing, but she's definitely down for some fun. What were you thinking? A sly grin spreads across Show's face as he whips out a handful of Oh, that's it? He unzipped his pants and everything. Never mind.
The hot springs, of course.
How long have you... Whoa! How long have you been carrying those?
You don't want to know.
Okay. Raise an eyebrow.
Let's just say I've got these ready for next year, too.
Sure. Don't coupons expire? Sounds like a whole lot of fan service. Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Valerie squeals and starts playing with her hair. Interesting.
I can't wait to go. The water is going to feel so good.
I don't know. I've never personally been to a hot springs. I assume it'll feel awesome. Just be hot water, though.
I could use a break from studying.
Then again, when I shower, that's hot water, and that feels pretty awesome, so I get you. I don't have baths, though,
You
so...
should come, Yuna.
I don't know. Yuna smiles.
Okay, you've convinced me.
Wow, that was easier than I thought.
What about you, Kaori?
Kaori frowns.
We don't have time for this. Don't you all have exams to study for?
Yes, but see, I'm a genius and will know everything, so I don't have to care. You guys, I don't know about, but I definitely don't.
We've got the whole week to study. Besides, even Mayu's
That's a bad
going.
attitude to have. Maya looks away as Carrie's gaze lands on her.
Are you going too?
Yeah. I'll study better once I've had a short break.
Come on, Kaori, live a little.
That's definitely
if
true.
Mayu can go, then you can go. I mean, does anyone here study more than she does?
Like, you can't only work, or I guess in this case study. You will break. You need time in between to recuperate. Build morale.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, I forgot. What was he talking about?
Just that you're really smart.
Oh, okay. He blushes deeply but looks pleased.
So, you coming, Kaori?
Carrie sighs.
Fine. But I'm coming back first thing the next morning. With or without you guys.
Oh, right. It would be a fucking million-miles away trip. Like in all of the animes. They're not near a hot springs. No, they have to travel 1,000 miles away.
Yes,
Like taking
it's
a
all
day
done.
trip to fucking Ottawa.
Since my day tomorrow is pretty much shot, I need to get as much studying done now as I can. I'll see you guys later.
Yep. Carrie hurries out. I actually should get some studying done too.
Me too. Same here.
It's time for me to hit the books too.
And then Show's like, what the fuck? Everyone pauses to stare at her.
What?
You study?
Oh, that's what you're doing.
Of course. How else do you think I get straight A's?
Show's eyes widen.
You have straight A's?
Yeah, yes? Valerie laughs.
Don't sound so surprised.
Show puts his hand on my shoulder.
You sure know how to pick 'em, Broseph.
Yeah, oh no, she has a brain. I grin and Valerie seems pleased.
Aw, if everyone else is going to study, then what am I supposed to do?
Either be dumb and not do studying or study. Show sighs.
I guess.
I mean, you could also just pull a me and then not study and then get a barely passing grade. That's what I did all through high school.
We can study together.
And I failed sometimes. But other times I did really well considering, so, you know, it evens out to I passed high school. Show perks up.
Suddenly studying sounds like a great idea.
He smiles shyly. Show takes her hand and the two of them wave before walking away. Alright, well, I'm out. I'll see you guys later. Everyone says their goodbyes and heads their separate ways. Separately from Valerie. I am sad. Find a quiet spot in the library to spend a few hours studying. Okay, fair enough. You know what? She'd probably be distracting. Once the words start to blur on the page, I decide to take a break. That's usually when I stop reading, too. I wonder if anyone else is ready for a break, too. Though, words don't blur on the page for me, they blur on the screen. Mayu and Yuna. Fucking Yuna, I don't know, I don't hang out with her enough. I wonder if Yuna's still trying to out different clubs. The last couple of times I went with her, it was pretty fun. You're talking as if I've done this, and I haven't. So, context. Let's see what she's up to. I dial Yuna's number. She seems out of breath when she answers.
Hello?
Hey, you're not checking out any new clubs today? She chuckles.
Nope, I've decided on what I want to do.
Oh, really? Yeah, really? No way! Yeah, way. What did you choose?
Tennis.
Nice. I grin. Is that what they're doing now?
Actually, I decided to participate in the Tennis Open League today.
Isn't it like November? Does that mean you're going to try out for the school league next year?
Maybe. I'm not sure yet. It's still a huge time commitment, but I can always drop in on club matches.
Also, isn't it in Japan that the school year starts in, like, February? No, not February, like March or April area? So, the fact that you're joining a club now is even weirder.
Want to come watch?
Ah, fuck it, why not? I recall how Yuna schooled me in tennis the last time we played. There's no chance this will be a boring event. Sure, I'll meet you at the courts. Damn it.
Okay, see you soon.
I hang up the phone and I make my way to the rec center. The event has a strong turnout, and while the spectator space is not as large as our other venues, more than half of the seats are filled. I scan the crowd of students lining the tennis courts in search of Yuna. She's off on her own, leaning into a runner's stretch. Hey, Yuna. That's adorable. Her face lights up when she sees me.
You're here. Thanks for coming.
Well, I said I would, and I don't lie. I do lie, but I don't lie about that. I had no reason not to. Wasn't going to miss out on another chance to watch you wipe the floor with your opponents. She laughs.
It won't be so easy this time. I recognize some of the students from the Ace Tennis League. There's a good chance I'll have to play against them.
You should probably wear a sports bra, to be perfectly honest. Otherwise, you will feel pain. I take another look at the students holding tennis rackets, and that's where I end the episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. I, of course, am Keywii. You're great too, and yourself a delightful day. Goodbye. Goodbye.